Welcome to Food Safety 5, twice monthly reports from the Food Safety Magazine editorial desk to keep you abreast of top news stories and current events impacting the food safety sector. This episode highlights several recent studies and regulatory developments related to food allergen risk management, including new research on environmental monitoring, cross-contact risks during processing, and precautionary allergen labeling policy. First, a new study from researchers at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln has highlighted the importance of storage time and temperature of environmental swabs to preserve allergen residues and ensure accurate detection. Food production facilities use environmental swabs to validate the effectiveness of cleaning protocols and to ensure that food contact surfaces are free of detectable allergens that could result in unintentional contamination of food products. When swabs are sent to third-party laboratories as part of cleaning validation trials, the current recommendation is to ship them on ice with same-day shipping. However, delays can result in temperature abuse and extended storage times, with unknown effects on the recovery of allergen residues. To evaluate this issue, researchers spiked swabs with peanut flour, non-fat dry milk, and gluten residues at concentrations ranging from 10 to 100 parts per million, and stored the swabs at room temperature, 4 degrees Celsius, and minus 20 degrees Celsius for up to 14 days. The greatest decrease in recovery was observed between day 0 and day 1, while higher recoveries were consistently observed when swabs were stored at lower temperatures. Specifically, when stored at negative 20 degrees Celsius and 4 degrees Celsius, the test kits had higher recoveries by comparison to swabs stored at room temperature and 37 degrees Celsius throughout the 14-day period. Based on these findings, the researchers stress the importance of current best practice and recommend transporting and storing allergen swabs at temperatures below 4 degrees Celsius until analysis to improve recovery of allergen residues. Next, another study from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln has shown that filtering shared frying oil can substantially reduce allergen cross-contamination risks. Shared use of frying oil for different products is common in the food industry, but until now, few studies have quantified how much allergen residue transfers from product to product during this process. To investigate the allergen cross-contamination risks of shared frying oil, researchers fried batches of cashews and soybean oil and then used the same oil to fry peanuts and potato slices. After frying the cashews, testing detected between 70 and 130 parts per million of cashew protein remaining in the oil. When subsequently fried in the same oil, the peanuts contained 23 parts per million of cashew protein, while the potato slices contained more than 190 parts per million. Quantitative safety assessments indicated that these concentrations could pose a health risk to allergic consumers, with as many as 12 to 17% of cashew allergic individuals estimated to have a reaction when consuming the potatoes. However, filtration proved effective at reducing allergen residues. Filters rated at 11 micrometers or 25 micrometers, as well as diatomaceous earth used with commercial filters, reduced cashew protein concentrations in the oil from more than 200 parts per million to less than 10 parts per million. The researchers estimated that filtering the oil before product changeover could reduce the risk of allergic reactions to far below 5% of the allergic population, a threshold known as the ED05 that is recommended by Codex as a threshold for precautionary allergen labeling. In another study, researchers from Japanese universities and public health institutions investigated how allergenic food powders disperse during production and the potential cross-contamination risks created by this dispersal. In an experiment, 50 grams of allergenic powders, including skim milk, infant formula, wheat flour, buckwheat flour, and soybean flour, were dropped from a height of 1.2 meters and allowed to settle for 5 minutes. The powders dispersed at distances ranging from a half meter to more than 5 meters from the original dropping point. Skim milk and buckwheat flour dispersed the farthest, followed by infant formula, wheat flour, and soybean flour. Visualization experiments showed that all powders except soybean rose into a cloud of particles after falling and then spread laterally into the surrounding area. Soybean powder did not redisperse, and no diffusion to the surrounding area could be confirmed. Because dispersibility correlated with dispersal distance, the researchers recommend that food producers add powders from as low a position as possible to control redispersion and reduce the risk of allergen cross-contamination. Additionally, dispersibility may be a useful tool for simulating the dispersal distance and hygienic control of food powders. Finally, the EU is considering the adoption of harmonized requirements for voluntary precautionary allergen labeling, or PAL. The European Commission has posted a forthcoming draft act outlining harmonized rules for PAL statements, with adoption planned for the fourth quarter of 2027. Currently, EU member states maintain differing rules on the management of unintentional allergens in food products, which experts say can lead to consumer uncertainty and limited food choices for allergic individuals. The proposed harmonized approach aims to provide clear and consistent information to consumers while ensuring a level playing field for food businesses. The proposal may align with broader international efforts to establish risk-based allergen labeling frameworks, such as a new Codex framework for PAL that establishes threshold levels and reference doses for priority food allergens. Regulatory bodies such as the US Food and Drug Administration and the UK Food Standards Agency are considering adopting Codex thresholds for national allergen labeling guidance. For more information on any of the stories mentioned in this video, be sure to check out the Food Safety Magazine coverage linked in the description. Check back twice monthly on Tuesdays for the latest Food Safety 5 episodes, available at food-safety.com or on our YouTube channel.